Schlossheim is heading toward an area marked as forbidden. It is cut off from the dominion of the machine spirit.
I'm on my way. I also need an explanation as to why anyone would tamper with the machine spirit in such an irregular way.
Although the chances are infinitesimal, complex machinery may be vulnerable to the corruption of chaos. For some reason, Uther Tiberius wanted to reduce even that small chance to zero.
I want to know more about that. Keep me updated.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers and the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that's impossible. Unless you sacrifice someone who fought off the demon and became immune to corruption.
Agreed. Subject would be a former demon host.
Is that permitted?
I could list 136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my...
Inquisitor, I've just completed my diagnostic meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
And what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories, leaking through a hasty mind scrub. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you command, Inquisitor.
Sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
What? Uther Tiberius was creating demon hosts?
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering.
Note that the attached confession scroll. Any progress, Inquisitor?
Looks like I'm closing in on Schlossheim. He may have an agenda, but at least he's fully prepared. I've ever had in my reign.
Comment filed away for later evaluation. Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
I found the remains of a dead tech priest.
I suspect he is the one responsible for overriding the local systems. Search the body for additional information, Inquisitor.
Sigma, 7, Omega, 3, 5, Alpha.
Interesting. The machine spirit is trying to communicate with us again. That is the emergency code for the lockdown protocols. The research cloister has been quarantined. You might not be able to leave if you enter.
I should return to my ship then, and make preparations before I enter that area.
quarantine logs, Inquisitor. The research cloister has been sealed off on account of demonic infestation. You won't be able to leave the facility until it is secure.
Trust me, it will be secured soon.
remember anything, did you?
Something is coming back, but it's unclear. I underwent a mind scrub, but...
So, that is what you did eventually. You sacrificed yourself. But not in the way that I'd expected.
Who are you? Who am I?
You used to be my mentor. You were an Inquisitor in pursuit of the greatest secret of the Caligari sector. The research of Uther Tiberius.
I guess I didn't find it. Otherwise we wouldn't be standing here.
You got close. And you got careless. You made questionable choices, and attracted the attention of first the Conclave, then the Grey Knights.
And there is no escaping from the secret protectors of the Imperium. Only death absolves, right?
So that was your plan. You sacrificed your former self.
And I have returned as someone else.
You told me to take on your mantle, and I obeyed. Through pain and fire, I hunted relentlessly for the Martyr. I did what you told me. I fought, investigated, made pacts and broke them when I had to. And when the warp spat out Uther's floating fortress monastery, I was ready to find it.
And my path eventually led to the Martyr as well.
It cannot be a coincidence. Only the Emperor's will, because you found me now when I'm so very close to finding Uther's greatest secret.
We must talk about this. But first we purge this area. I'm ready for the sacrifice it takes. And should my plan succeed, we might meet again one day.
embrace the idea.
I'm not the same person.
I pray to the Emperor that you are. Time to purge the unclean, Inquisitor. Side by side, like we used to.
No demonic presence detected. Lockdown deactivated.
Good work. Tell me, Cluster Eye, did you miss all this?
I refuse to burden myself with redundant thoughts and emotions. But I admit, it was a satisfactory experience to fight that battle together. The research cloister is connected to Uther's inner sanctum. That is where Uther secreted away his most treasured research. Are you ready to enter?
I need to return to the ship first and make the necessary preparations.
I'm not going to your ship. Trust me. Where would I go? I will meet you here when you return. This is the janitorium that powers the various dissection chapels and the laboratoriums in the sanctum. But we are close. I need to know something, Inquisitor. How did you find the Martyr? Are you looking for me?
I wasn't even aware it existed. Remember? I was sent here to investigate the source of an ancient inquisitorial distress signal.
It must have been the will of the Emperor then. I am aware of that signal. It was activated by the rebels during the strike against Tiberius. It only transmits from time to time, in straight bursts.
It resembles a demonic mark fused with Xenos and Imperial symbols.
Uther called them Empyrean seals. He studied forbidden summoning rites and the arcane machines of a lost civilization, and combined them with sanctioned practices. The seals trap the essence of destroyed demons, so they can't get back to the warp to reform.
Uther wanted to conceal the existence of his secret weapon from the minions of Chaos. It feels far too close to heresy.
What are you talking about? We must fight fire with fire. You taught me that.
And I am not the same person anymore.
When Uther's followers turned against him, the monastery was consumed by war. It crippled the ship eventually. even more praiseworthy, Inquisitor.
We earn salvation only through enacting the Emperor's will.
You might have changed, but your perspective on our eternal crusade certainly hasn't. The inner sanctum is cut off from the rest of the ship, making it a black site. Even the machine spirit doesn't have eyes or ears there.
How do we get through the stasis field?
I've seen similar security systems on the ship. The status field must be deactivated using 2 different terminals in different places at the same time.
Tiberius was indeed quite protective of his secrets.
Proceed to the first cogitator. It must be close. I'll find the other one. Seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
Terminal that will deactivate the station. Where are you?
I'm having some problems with the feral tribes, but I'm close.
To deactivate the stasis field. Are you ready?
I'm under heavy fire, but I can access this terminal. Proceed.
The stasis field is down. Head back here.
I can't. The savages are bringing in some demonic reinforcements. I must retreat and find another way back. Proceed into the inner sanctum. I'll catch up with you.
Osterheim. If you can hear me, I'm heading towards the inner sanctum. Meet me there. Thorn, I've found the body of a word bearer.
The filth of Logar. What are they doing on the Martyr?
There is just one, and he looks dead. I was wrong. He's alive.
Guilty of heresy.
Another traitor Marine lies on the ground.
In the filth, where it belongs. I wish I could be fighting by your side.
According to the message I found, there were more of them. And they were trying to extricate data from 3 specific cogitators.
The word bearers are seekers of terrible secrets. I'd advise you to find out what they were looking for on the Martyr. Truly become a consecrated weapon down there.
What was the Chaos Warband doing here?
Those maggots are specks of dust compared to true Adeptus Astartes. But they possess the same unique organs as we do.
See, they activated their suicide membranes to wait in hibernation until someone entered here. Imperium seals, but they're broken. Considering that these seals trap the essence of destroyed demons so they can't get back to the warp to reform, I don't like the implications.
The coordinates of the first cogitator marked by the hostiles.
Time to find out what they were looking for. Tech Priest, inload the flagged picked recording from this cogitator. This woman might be the key to Uther's secret experiments.
In progress. Record is tagged as Alpha Trials and Pariah Research.
Is she a psychic blank? The antithesis of a psyker? Did Uther Tiberius test his secret weapon on someone without any presence in the war?
Commencing analysis. second cogitator. Picked recording inloaded and immediately categorized as extreme anomaly.
It is incredible. A soulless one absorbing psychic energy is normal, but she's deflecting the attacks. I've never seen anything like this.
Whatever she is, this would explain the interest of those traitorous maggots. It sounds like something the word bearers would want to have.
Inquisitor, the analysis of the security logs is complete. Area closed down due to a hostile incursion 3.64 standard Imperial years ago. Intruders identified as word bearers.
So, there was a whole war back. They came here to find something trapped on the ship.
I found you guilty of heresy. Salvation.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the third cogitator.
Tech Priest, I have no new records to send you, but I've discovered that even Uther's people found that strange test subject extremely disturbing.
Total absence of information in the accessible data looms on the Martyr. The existence of the subject has been erased from the archives.
Whatever this creature is, she must have been Uther's greatest secret. I must find out more.
I have analyzed the previous inloads. The binary illuminations in PIC recordings contain the encrypted coordinates where the subject was held during the tests.
Tell me.
Decryption complete. The location of the inner sanctum is at your disposal.
Perfect.
Your signal in that nightmarish tribal camp. I liberated some captured members of my expedition. Where are you?
I'm in the inner sanctum, in a scriptorium, I suppose.
Uther Tiberius had his own secluded laboratory there, where he must have kept his personal cogitator. Find that room. On the Martyr?
What's disturbing is that they seem to be aware of the secrets too.
Would you look at that? Of course, Emperor sent us his servants to suffer the most glorious torture imaginable.
Spare me and prepare to die.
Tell me, Inquisitor, what did you expect to find here? I was led here by dark prophecies and magnificent fever dreams. But you have no idea what we are about to unleash on your Imperium.
Enough of this gibberish. Die!
For the dark lords! For the dark lords!
Cleansing shot five.
Kill the Inquisitor! Kill the Inquisitor now! How are you faring, Inquisitor?
I've located Uther's personal cogitator. First, I had to explain to the word-bearer, Filth, that they are not allowed to touch it.
I am still worried about their presence on the ship. Access the cogitator immediately. What have you found?
The proof we needed. Uther's secret weapon was a unique pariah who was capable of the impossible. She didn't just banish demons, she utterly destroyed them.
By the Emperor! That could have been the most powerful weapon against the filth of chaos.
And she could have had a significant impact on the fate of the sector, or the whole Imperium. We need to know what happened to her.
Uther Tiberius had a meditation chamber in the sanctum, where he must have kept his personal notes. Find that room.
Personal log entry. The captain of the Martyr, the most loyal follower of Uther Tiberius, was a certain winter. It can't be a coincidence. Is this the Emperor's will? Or should I suspect some mysterious connection to my erased past? I need to look into this. I found proof about the rebellion that tore the Martyr apart.
In the light of your recent discoveries, it all makes sense. I don't know how Uther found or created this pariah creature, but his followers must have turned against him afterwards.
These die-hard radicals, willing to condemn hundreds to death so they could create an army of executioners. Imagine what it made them.
I don't care. They were cowards, and Tiberius was right.
Klosterheim, I'm in Uther's meditation chamber. I can see a journal.
Open it. Have you read the journal?
I have, and it contains some surprising revelations. Even Uther Tiberius was horrified by the powers of the, Alpha Pariah. That's what he called her.
Did he kill her?
No. He locked her away in the main stasis chamber.
Which means that she must still be alive. This is incredible.
We have a Chaos Sorcerer on the ship who knows about her too. I'm on my way to the chamber.
I'm almost there. I'll meet you at the entrance. Are you ready?
The secret of the Martyr is within arm's reach. Just imagine the possibilities if the Alpha Pariah is still there, in stasis.
Now you are talking, like the Inquisitor I used to know.
Let's go to the stasis chamber. At your command! I see you found reinforcements against the word.
These men are the members of my expedition. I thought they were killed. I was wrong.
Purified.
What do you think about this Alpha Pariah? What could it be?
Luther Tiberius wanted to create an army of former demon hosts, resistant to the powers of the world. At some point, he must have realized that it was not working.
Or he realized that an army needs a commander.
I don't know if the Alpha Pariah was someone he found during his journey, or if he obtained her through some darker means. But eventually, he had her in his grasp.
And now his legacy will be ours.
Behold the words of the prophecy! In the darkest reaches of the void, on the cursed monastery hidden among the living storms, there is the anathema that shall be destroyed. I will make the revelation come true.
Not while I breathe, creature.
Death to the servants of the corpse emperor.
May you not return to creature's vile. Die! Die!
Are you ready to open the gate?
Wait! I see human remains. One of Uther's acolytes by the looks of it. Let's take a look.
Anything useful?
That is an understatement. Now we know that Uther Tiberius was gravely wounded during the rebellion in the monastery. His trusted men decided to take him off the Martyr, with a certain Captain Van Winter at the helm of the rescue ship. He had secured the secret weapon before he fell, though. By the Emperor? What is this?
Remarkable. It looks like a barrier of pure psychic energy. A tapestry of madness-made substance. Another example of Uther's arcane designs, I suppose. Are you ready to enter?
I have died for this secret once. I must be the one who walks through that barrier. Grace of the Emperor, I cannot enter.
Did you see anything?
She's there. The Alpha Pariah is inside. So close and yet unreachable.
There must be a way.
No, you were right. This barrier was designed by Uther himself, and he made sure that nobody can enter without his authorization. The barrier can be only disabled with his inquisitorial rosette.
But a rosette is the personal symbol of our authority. Each rosette is unique, and Uther has been dead for centuries. It is impossible. You are telling me that it was all in vain? We have failed.
No, Uther Tiberius was taken from the Martyr to an unknown destination. And I will find where that place is. I am an Inquisitor. Nothing can remain hidden from me. I will uncover that rosette, even if I have to burn down the whole sector.
What is our next step?
We are treading on dangerous ground. Uther Tiberius was so obsessed with fighting the powers of chaos that he ventured too far. Even his most trusted followers turned against him when they realized what he was planning to do.
Who cares about ignorant fools?
You must surely be aware what the Alpha Pariah could become. Uther Tiberius wanted to destroy the gods of chaos so desperately that he decided to create a god of his own.
Yes, I understand. And this is why we must continue his work. For the Emperor.
We must use her powers to fight the tides of chaos. The fate of Imperium justifies the means.
You are a dedicated warrior to the cause, and I salute you.
I'm also risking excommunication and death. But first, I have to find the rosette, and I need your help to secure this chamber while I'm gone.
I will remain on the Martyr to protect Uther's secret with my life. But are you aware of the potential consequences?
Are you serious? You want me to believe you didn't know that the founder of your rogue trader house was the captain of the Martyr centuries ago?
I swear by the light of the God Emperor Inquisitor that I am just as shocked by this revelation as you are.
I need a better explanation, Captain.
Inquisitor, our house has followed strict traditions for long centuries. One of those traditions concerns our sacred history. Our ancestral secrets were kept in a treasured logbook, only accessible by the Van Winter sitting on the throne of the house.
And who would that be?
Nobody. Almost my entire clan has been purged on account of their heretical acts. I was found worthy of redemption, and I'm assisting the work of the Inquisition as a simple captain.
Do you think your logbook could help me?
Yes, it has been in our possession since Gregor Van Winter, the man whose trail you seek, received the warrant of trade. It must contain all his accounts too.
What happened to that logbook?
It was hidden on our flagship, the Astute Cavalier, but it disappeared when my father was executed. The logbook must still be in the hold, in a secret compartment.
So, I only have to find a fugitive ship in the sector. Sounds easy.
My family had a hideout in this subsector on a void station. Those who survived the purge probably ended up there.
And strangely, it didn't occur to you to share this information with the Inquisition. No, don't answer that. Take me to the void station. Investigate the case of mass disappearance. Talk to me.
Information schematics received from Adeptus Arbeit operatives have been analyzed. The abduction cases indicate cult activity. Data coverage is insufficient, but this is the location where most abductees disappeared.
Can you scan the area? But the abductions are beginning to threaten the stability of the hive. We have no time to lose.
Agreed. Current procedure is inefficient. Deploying Scryer Skull units immediately. Initiating data gnostic litanies.
I will follow the trails into the underhive. Contact me when you have something.
identified with the highest likelihood of yielding further intelligence. Praise the Omnissiah. Encounter with the enemy is by definition the mark of a higher level of intelligence.
Next time, warn me in advance.
Affirmative. Agnostics are becoming extremely difficult due to interference, but there is a high probability of harmful devices in your vicinity. Activating penitent circuits on the data serves for their sluggish processing.
Teleport beacon in range. Nothing else to learn here. The corruption seems to seep into the depths of the Underhive. I must press on. Teleport beacon in range. This must be the lair.
Foul, lying heretics. Their blight must be undone. Purge them all.
Inquisitor, numerically, a few hundred deaths have no impact on the functionality of a hive.
Very reassuring. Strange. This data slate entry is decades old, and the monolith was inactive back then. I'm sure the tech priest would be thrilled to see that it has become quite active since then.
Heresy and corruption is spun by powerful beings and perverted minds. Hunt their leaders, and this construct of evil will come crashing down.
tech priest, I couldn't help but notice that the tech priest I found at the monolith was a member of a requisitional expedition, just like you. They conducted research here and now the monolith is stirring. Makes me wonder why these expeditions are always connected to heretical activities. Care to explain?
As you request. Full disclosure is the most logical solution at this point. Everything else hinders efficiency. The Adeptus Mechanicus, much like the Inquisition, includes many factions. The requisitional expeditions served as a cover for the secret operations of our factions.
Elaborate, tech priest.
We are the Xenorite, specializing in research into archaeotech and Xenos relics in the Caligari sector.
Are you confessing to tech heresy?
Negative, Inquisitor. Several Forge worlds provide discreet support to us. 67.8% of the local Xenorites serve Inquisitors, mostly the ones you call radicals.
Should I find this reassuring? It doesn't mean it's not heresy, only that it could be widespread heresy.
Logical conclusion. Communion with the Cortex records revealed a hexamathic code with the coordinates of the Xenorite base under the Hive. Investigating the location could provide useful data.
Or a meeting with some wretched cultists.